What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video today I got my tapered fork and I'm gonna be installing that today. My new 780mm handlebar and my stem. And I took off the cover and I painted it orange, so it's gonna go like this and it's gonna match with a lot of things that I'm gonna be putting in this bike. Now for the bottom one, this seal bearing is beveled, so the bevel goes actually to the inside of the cup, so you gotta be paying attention to that. Again, putting a little bit of grease inside the cup right here for the bearing to sit on. So just get a little bit of grease. If you put a little bit of grease right here, that's also gonna help. Now on my fork as well, I'm just gonna put a little bit of grease right on this rim. Then you can put in your press in. Again, this expands, so you don't really need a tool for this. You can go ahead and put in the bearing right here. Again, put the bevel side up, facing up, because that's what's gonna go inside the head tube. Now the top, same thing. You have your bearing. Now in this case, again, it is also beveled. Bevel is on the front, on the top, but you're gonna put it down this time because the cup is facing down. And then you have your compressor, and then you have the dust cap. So again, I'm just gonna put a little bit of grease on the cup right here. And your compression, again, the bevel side goes in, and then the front cup goes on the top like that. Those don't need any grease. Now you have to cut your tube. So to do that, you gotta measure the old one and cut it to size. Now I will leave this a little longer than I need to, just in case I want to change my fork later on. I can resell this one or use it for something else. So let me go ahead and measure this fork from the bottom to the top is 7 1/4. 7 1/4. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, but I'm probably gonna leave a little more. I have extra spacers, so I'm gonna mark it at 8 inches total. Okay, so I marked this at 8 inches, and as some of you know, I used to work on plants, so I have a pipe cutter. If you don't have a pipe cutter, you can use a regular handsaw, hacksaw, something like whatever you can, or a specialty tool for this. I mean, you don't have to be, you gotta do with what you got. So a little more until you actually go all the way through, and it's gonna leave like a perfect cut. And you can hear it starting to cry. There you go, right there. Now these tools usually have a beveling tool on the other side that you can use, or if you have a file, you can use a file, whatever works for you. And we gotta put in the star knot over here. Now for that, I'm probably gonna use my mallet. I almost hit myself, so I'm just gonna grab my pliers, and I'm actually gonna hit it with the actual hammer and not the rubber mallet, because that wasn't doing anything at all. So just go ahead and thread it in past the point right there, the exit point. That way you can hold it in place and tap it in. it will start to align. Now it is already aligned in here. So let me show you a little more. You don't have to go too deep, maybe about 3/4 of the way in. Should be good to go. Now you can use your old star nut from your old fork, and what I did the last time to get it out was to hit it with something from the bottom side and it came right off. Now you just want to make sure that this has, it probably went in a little bit too deep, so I'm gonna do exactly what I told you I did with the other one. Hit it out a little bit. This is a garage tool, tensioner tool, so we're just gonna hit it back. That might be enough, because back over here. Now this is the fun one. Just gonna make sure it fits, that it threads in, and it does. So we can go ahead and set this in from the bottom up. By the way, this is an SR Suntour Epixon, and I got it for less than 200 bucks on Amazon, and it came in like about 5 days approximately. So I used this before in a previous build, however that other one was not tapered. This one is tapered because we have a taper fork, I mean a taper head tube. So I guess I needed to file that down a little bit more, but I don't have a file. So we gotta do what we gotta do. There you go. You have a little rubber gasket, that's the seal to prevent any dust from going in. And then you can put in your spacers right here. Gonna set this in here so it does not fall. And I'm gonna get a few more spacers. Now, the next step right now will be to install the headset and the handlebar, which I'm gonna do right now because I have a new one and I'm gonna go ahead and install it right away. So let me get more spacers and I'll be right back. Make sure this bottom is seated properly, top is seated properly. You put in your headset right here. I might need another spacer right there, or I might cut a little more, we'll see. So I'm just gonna tighten this just a little bit for now. Make sure this is alright. So this is the setup that I have. I had to put in a little more spacers. You gotta make sure that the top is a little bit lower than the actual headset. That way when you compress it, it'll actually compress and not drop anymore. And it seems like I might need, if you see a little bit of a wobble, you might need another spacer or cut down the tube just a little bit more. So, alright, so now my head tube is deeper than the actual headset. Now you can either put in the spacer at the top or at the bottom. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. You know what? Probably gonna put the spacer on the very top. And then I can put in the headset nut and compress it. Now in this case, remember, you don't want to be too tight, just like on the setting up of this bike or the other bike, the video, check that out, because if it's too tight then it will not turn. This is just perfect. So let me back up a little bit, make sure this is facing the way I want it to be faced. Tighten up, and that is it. That is exactly how you install a fork. All I gotta do now is put in my handlebar right here. By the way, I got a Wake handlebar, 780 millimeters. This is aluminum, 6061. This thing goes right here. Then I gotta get the other side of my bolts right here. There's 4 of them. You can turn this way. That way you guys can see what I'm doing. This is a 4 millimeter bolt. By the way, this is also a Wake headset. I think it was a 45 millimeter. The video is in the description. This is the color, the accent that I'm trying to go with, orange. So that's just gonna go like that. And yes, definitely gonna have to replace those spacers or paint them or just put them black. I have spacers on my other bike that I might replace with these ones. Now remember, when you tighten this up, go ahead and crisscross tight, because you don't want to break them. Now I painted this just regular spray, and then I'm putting a few coats of lacquer, high strength lacquer that I got from Walmart or Home Depot or something like that. And that seemed to work pretty well, so I'm just gonna see how it goes. It feels actually really smooth. This time, make sure you put the handlebar the way you want it to be facing in. You might have some measurements on your handlebar that you can see if you want to move it a little bit or more. So those 2 triangles tell me, just put them in the middle and then you should be good. Make them stick out about the same. If not the same, you can get as technical as you want. Get a caliper, vernier, whatever. Measure it. And then this thing is already looking way better than before. That fork is gonna make a lot of difference. Now I just have to set it up properly. The only downfall that I don't like about this fork is that it doesn't have the numbers on the side to tell you the rebound and all that setup. So I'm gonna have to actually measure it. Hopefully I'll make a video about it and I will post it on the link about how to set that up. But about installing a fork and headset, that's it for this one, guys. This is my first time doing a cup, pressed-in fork and headset, so hopefully we'll learn something together. If there's a better way to do it, please leave it on the comments below. If you found this video interesting, please hit the thumbs up button, like, comment, share, and subscribe. As of today, I only had like 31 subscribers, so if you want to keep looking at more content like this, like I said, I got a few more things coming in. I'm gonna be installing the pedals, the grips, replacing the brakes. What else I have coming? A bottom bracket. I'm gonna make a video about that too. And also got tires coming in, so I'm probably gonna, I have never done a tubeless conversion, and that's something I might be doing pretty soon. So again, hit the thumbs up button, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's it for this one, guys, and I'll see you on the trails. Goodbye.